Well, hey, art friends, here we are. Let's talk a little bit about our clay Maraca sketch, okay? So I want you to think of this sketch less as a like formal, beautiful, refined drawing that we're gonna do gorgeous shading on. Like less like that and more like this is a roadmap. This is just a basic plan for how we're going to end up actually building this beautiful ceramic piece. So yeah, I know I'm working in my kitchen today. I got some really harsh lighting on here, so I've got some gnarly shadows happening. Hopefully won't interfere too much with our drawing work. So first, your name, of course. You guys are period 2AB. But of course, you know me, I always end up writing sample. Okay. And let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do for our sketch. So first, we need to kind of know what your theme is. Okay, so over on the side, I want you to write whatever your theme is going to be. So if it's Syracuse Orange basketball, or if it's it's a Saratoga Streak hockey mug, cool. Okay, like I said, I wanted to do a flamingo this year, wearing sunglasses. Now, it doesn't actually have to be an object either. It can be just beautiful, non-objective design. It can be based totally, like your theme could be paisley pattern. Cool, right? How are you planning on making that and building it with clay? Okay, so your theme of your choice is school appropriate, of course. Okay. Now, let's refresh what we're going to need to think about as we sketch our Maraca design. So remember, you're going to be required to have one element of additive sculpture. Remember that it's pinch, coil, or slab. You need to have one element of subtractive sculpture. That's where will you carve clay away, okay? And the third component of that is going to be real texture. How do you want that surface of the clay to feel? Rough, bumpy, smooth, etc. So first we're going to start with just our drawing, 2 views, okay? And then we're going to actually talk about labeling the sketch. Now the next thing I want you to do is underneath where you've written out what you think your theme is going to be, I want you to define your base shape. So my base is going to be a sphere, but maybe your base is going to be more a cube, maybe it's going to be more a cylinder, maybe it's going to be more a rectangle. You have to decide. Mine base is going to be a sphere, so I'm going to put paddled sphere. Okay, so from a first view, I'm going to sketch out just how I think this might look. It's going to be my little flamingo body here. He's going to have little flamingo legs sitting there with his little flamingo feet. I love it. Right, and right now I'm just focused on sketching out my design work. Okay, and in addition to his adorable little flamingo legs here, I'm gonna have these little wings resting on his tummy, like so, and his flamingo neck. I think I'll have something like this, where it's like kind of like an S curve built up on itself. And then that flamingo beak. His little sunglasses. Cool. Okay, now in view 2, it's just going to be the next most descriptive view. So I could flip it over and do the second side, or maybe I want to have the feet pointing at me. Maybe that's the next most, or maybe there's going to be something interesting on the back, or maybe he's going to be holding something in his other wing. But I do want you to think of a second view. How do you think it's going to look? It could be a top-down view. Give me just another descriptive view of how this might look. So I think I'll do like a top-down view here, where I'll see that I'll have like the points of the wings coming up. We'll have his little S-shaped curved neck. At the top of his head, his beak. We'll see a little bit of his sunglasses there. So the wings kind of wrapping around the whole body. And then see his knees, his little feet pointing out at the bottom. Okay, and then the back of his legs. And that's what I mean by a sketch, ladies and gents. It can be simple, right? We're just making a roadmap for what we want to see happen here, okay? Now, I have, this is where I always feel like I'm on a cooking show. Here's one I drew out with Sharpie, so it'd be a little bit easier to see on my screen. But I have my two views of my flamingo Maraca, and there I've decided I'm gonna have my base as that paddled sphere. So for just today, what I want you to do is figure out what you want your design to be. Just kind of get it sketched out, get it roughed in, get to this stage. You're gonna join me tomorrow in the next video, and we're gonna talk about how we actually might build these after we watch our refresher videos on pinch, on coil, on slab, and on joining, okay? All right, thanks artists for joining me today. Look forward to seeing you again soon in the art room.